I first started this truck, I think I finished in 2011. But at that point, there wasn't any of the TV shows or any of the Facebook groups or anything like that. I'd only found one other person online in one of the Ford forums that had even done it at that point. So that was one of the reasons why I bought this truck, was because nobody wanted these trucks back then. I built the Ford. This is my 1964 Ford F100 shop truck that I built. I originally started this in 2011. It's got the Crown Victoria front suspension. It's got a 3-link that I had designed and built in the rear. The frame's fully boxed. And this truck is actually the test bed for all of the Andrews Tuning and Performance parts that I sell now. It's got the original ATP Crown Vic coilover kit in the front. It uses Viking double adjustable coilovers. It's got Viking double adjustable coilovers in the back. This is the very first truck that had the Willwood big brake kit that I did. This was actually the 13¼ inch one, and then later we added the 14-inch one. This has a turbocharged 4.6 liter 2-valve mod motor in it. It's got the 4R75W transmission, and it's got a Crown Vic, the pre-2003, so the 98 to 2002 Crown Vic 8.8 in the rear. So it's been a workhorse though. It's done a lot of towing. It's been around the internet a lot, because it's been around for a long time. This truck's been on the road for probably 6 or 7 years now, I think, in its current condition. I've done a few things here and there along the way, but this is basically, you know, I think it was 2013 or maybe 2014 when this thing was first on the road, and it's probably got over 50,000 miles on it now. You know, probably 60. There's probably 10 or 15,000, maybe 20,000 miles of towing actually. There's a lot of towing that I've done with it, and it's gone on a lot of road trips. It does everything. It goes to the dump. I almost got it stuck in the muddy dump one time. That was kind of fun.
Can we see under the hood?
It's probably dirty. Oh yeah. She's a little dirty.
That's all a work truck should be.
Yep.
So what'd you do with this thing?
There's not much done to it. It's basically, you know, it's got the 2-valve it's got some real small mild cams in it. And that's basically it. The bottom end is all stock. This runs a Megasquirt 3 ECU, and then it runs a TCU that's another Megasquirt product. And so when I originally did this, it actually had a carburetor up on top. Before any of the turbo stuff, it had a carburetor, and the carburetor didn't do anything. It was just a throttle body. I took all the guts out of the carburetor. It still had the fuel rails on it. It was all fuel injected, but it confused a lot of people because it had a carburetor and had this big air cleaner on top. And it's got you can see it's got spark plug wires here that run all the way to the back. Well, on the Fords, they actually have coil packs that go right here. Well, I didn't want to run the Ford coil pack, so I used an LS coil pack, mounted them in the back, and then made custom wires that go all the way to the back. So it just created a lot of confusion. It was kind of fun. And then I got kind of bored with it because, as most people know and quickly find out with the 4.6 liter 2-valve, is they are probably the most worthless engines ever in terms of power. They just make no power. They are gutless. I think this thing's stock is like 220 horsepower or something like that. And it got really boring really fast, so that's when I decided to do the turbo. We put the turbo on, and it makes about 5 or 6 pounds of boost. The problem is these engines stock are just not very strong, so you can't put a lot of power to them anyways. This thing probably makes about 300, 325 now on 5 or 6 pounds of boost, and it's still kind of slow. So
it's enough to do some burnouts.
It does do burnouts all right. You got to get them going a little bit first, but I can put more boost to it. But it's just I use it, for towing and all kinds of different stuff. It's more of a You know, it's more of a, hey, look at this type of thing when I pop the hood. People are always kind of surprised to find out it's turbocharged. So, but it's still pretty fun. You know, it's been super reliable, and you know, that was the whole reason I built it, was I wanted something that could handle really well, was pretty fast, but reliable, but I could still use the bed. I could put, you know, haul stuff and tow stuff and use it like a truck. So anytime I'm around town or driving this anywhere, people stop me and, you know, they want to check it out, and the first question is always, are you gonna paint it? And
the answer is
no, I'm not gonna paint it. So this is, I wouldn't say this is the you know, this isn't exactly the finished truck, but in terms of the exterior, it's pretty finished.
the answer is never.
Nope.
What about
Not on
this exhaust?
Oh yeah, so that, you know, that's actually kind of funny because it's become a really popular thing now. But this is a NASCAR boom tube that I cut up and shortened and changed. And you know, I think I bought the boom tube off of eBay in like 2011 or 2012 probably, when I had the idea to run this thing, and I found one that it looked like it was going to fit perfectly right in that section of the bed there. And so I got it and modified it, and I was so excited about it because I'd never seen anybody that had done it at that point. And got it all together, and even in 2014, I think it was, when it was first on the road, you know, I still hadn't really seen anybody that had done it on a street car or truck or anything. And you know, fast forward about 5 or 6 years, and now it's just like crazy popular to do.
Yeah.
So I think I might have to change it or something. But
You're running a Mustang fuel tank back here?
yeah, this one's got a Mustang 22 gallon tank, and I'm actually probably gonna change that out here. I'll put in one of my ATP fuel tanks.
Yeah.
So this one's got an external pump with a sump that I built into the bottom of the tank, and it's okay. The pump is pretty noisy. It's a Walbro pump, and it's been on there for a while. So I may change it out, put one of my tanks on there. I got the custom speed holes in this bed here.
Yep.
It's got lots of speed holes.
Speed holes, got a
Yeah.
roll pan there.
Yep.
A little incognito trailer hitch.
Yep.
Very fancy.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be a little bit different. I don't like, I don't know, I don't consider myself like somebody that just does something because I see somebody else do it. Most of the time I want to do something because I haven't seen anybody do it. You know, it's one of the reasons why the Opel Kadett is kind of fun. You know, that thing is violent and crazy and really pretty stupid, but it's just so unique and so different.